Do you remember when your grandmother's pantry always seemed perfectly organized, no matter how small it was? Back in the day, folks knew how to make every inch count without fancy organizing systems or expensive gadgets. Today, we're exploring 25 old-school tricks that doubled pantry space and still work beautifully today. Let's start with tension rods. Now here's something your mother probably figured out decades ago. Those simple spring-loaded rods that hold up curtains can transform the inside of your pantry into a hanging storage system. Back in the 60s and 70s, homemakers discovered that installing a tension rod across the inside of a pantry created instant hanging space for spray bottles, cleaning products, and small kitchen utensils. You simply hang items by their trigger handles or use S-hooks to suspend lightweight tools. This frees up valuable shelf space for things that actually need to sit flat. The beauty of tension rods is they require no tools, no drilling, and no permanent changes. You can adjust them as your needs change. A single rod installed near the bottom of your pantry can hold 6 or 7 spray bottles that would otherwise take up an entire shelf. Stacking baskets. Remember those wire and wicker baskets that seemed to be everywhere in kitchens of the past? Our grandmothers knew something we've forgotten. Baskets aren't just decorative, they're organizational powerhouses. By grouping similar items like canned goods, snacks, or pasta into baskets, you can stack them on top of each other and maximize vertical space. Back in the day, before everything came in uniform plastic containers, baskets were the solution for corralling odd-shaped items. The real genius is that you can pull out an entire basket to see everything inside rather than digging through a cluttered shelf. A pantry with 3 stacked baskets on each shelf can hold nearly twice as much as one, with items just sitting loose. Label everything. This might sound simple, but it's a practice that's largely disappeared from modern kitchens. In the 40s and 50s, homemakers routinely labeled jars, bags, and boxes with their contents and expiration dates. They used masking tape and a marker, nothing fancy. This saved time when trying to locate something and prevented overbuying. How many times have you purchased something at the store only to come home and find 3 of the same item already in your pantry? Our grandmothers rarely made that mistake because they could see at a glance exactly what they had and when it needed to be used. This simple habit alone can prevent food waste and keep your pantry from becoming overcrowded with duplicates. Install extra shelves. Here's a trick that seems obvious but most people overlook. The shelves that came with your pantry were designed for average use, not maximum efficiency. Adding extra shelves or adjustable shelving creates more levels for storing smaller items. Back in the day, handy homeowners would cut simple wooden boards to fit and rest them on small brackets. You didn't need a professional carpenter. A single additional shelf in a pantry can add 20 to 30% more storage space. The key is measuring the height of your most common items and spacing shelves accordingly. Those tall gaps above canned goods are wasted space just waiting to be reclaimed. Before we move on, I'd like to ask a small favor. If you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, a like and a subscribe truly helps us continue making these videos for you. We really appreciate it. Over-the-door organizers. The back of your pantry door is prime real estate that most people completely ignore. Installing a hanging organizer on the back of your pantry door creates instant storage for spices, bags, or small boxes of snacks. This trick became popular in the 70s when space-saving solutions were all the rage. Those clear pocket organizers, originally designed for shoes, work perfectly for pantry items. You can see everything at a glance, and you're using space that would otherwise just be a blank door. Some folks hang wire racks or simple hooks instead. Either way, you're adding storage without taking up a single inch of shelf space. Repurpose old jars. This is perhaps the most classic old-school pantry trick of all. Before plastic containers became ubiquitous, every household saved glass jars from pickles, jams, and sauces. These were cleaned and used to store dry goods like flour, sugar, rice, and nuts. The jars stack neatly on shelves or in baskets, and you can see exactly what's inside and how much remains. During the Depression era and through the war years, this wasn't just organization, it was necessity, but the practice continued because it simply works. Glass jars keep food fresh, prevent pests, and look beautiful lined up on pantry shelves. Plus, they're free. Stackable containers. Investing in stackable, clear storage containers was a game changer when these products first became widely available in the 60s and 70s. Brands like Tupperware revolutionized kitchen storage. The key is choosing containers with flat tops and uniform shapes so they stack without toppling over. Clear containers let you see contents at a glance. This prevents the common problem of items getting lost in the back of the pantry. When everything stacks neatly, you can fit significantly more on each shelf. The original Tupperware parties of the 50s and 60s spread this wisdom to millions of American households. Lazy Susans. Now here's an invention that transformed pantry organization. The Lazy Susan, named after no particular Susan anyone can identify, became a kitchen staple in the mid-20th century. Placing a Lazy Susan on shelves makes it dramatically easier to access items in the back of the pantry, especially bottles and jars. Instead of reaching past everything in front, you simply spin the turntable and bring items to you. This is particularly useful for corner pantries or deep shelves where items tend to get lost and forgotten. A single Lazy Susan can make an entire shelf's worth of items accessible in seconds. Vacuum-sealed bags. Before modern vacuum sealers, homemakers used other methods to remove air from storage bags, but the principle was the same. Storing bulky items like grains and pasta in vacuum-sealed bags saves tremendous space and keeps food fresh longer. A bag of rice that takes up significant shelf space in its original packaging can be compressed to half that size when vacuum sealed. This trick became especially popular among families who bought in bulk to save money. The reduced package size meant more room for other items, and the extended freshness meant less food waste. Turn cans on their sides. This simple trick seems counterintuitive at first, but it's brilliant. Storing canned goods on their sides in rows makes the most out of shelf height. Instead of stacking cans precariously on top of each other, you lay them horizontally. You can see exactly what you have because the labels face outward. Some clever homemakers built simple wooden racks with slight inclines so cans would roll forward as you removed one from the front. This system, popular in the 50s and 60s, meant you always used the oldest cans first and never forgot what was hiding in the back. Which of these tricks do you remember from your childhood kitchen? Create a spice rack. Spices are notorious for creating pantry chaos. Those small jars and tins get lost behind larger items, and before you know it, you have 3 jars of oregano and no cinnamon. Using a small rack or drawer organizer to keep spices organized and visible solves this problem instantly. Hanging spice racks became popular in the 70s and saved tremendous space. Some mounted on the inside of cabinet doors, others hung on walls. The key is keeping all spices visible at once so you know exactly what you have. This prevents overbuying and makes cooking more efficient. Wire baskets. Different from the stacking baskets mentioned earlier, wire baskets serve a specific purpose. They allow air circulation, which is essential for items like fruits, vegetables, or snacks that need to breathe. Wire baskets stack neatly and provide easy access to contents. In the days before refrigeration was universal, wire baskets kept produce fresher longer by allowing airflow. Even today, items like onions, potatoes, and garlic store better in wire baskets than in sealed containers. Plus, you can see through the wire to know exactly what's inside. Shelf dividers. Installing adjustable dividers on shelves to separate different food categories was a common practice in well-organized kitchens of the past. These simple vertical dividers keep canned goods from mixing with snacks, baking supplies from tumbling into breakfast cereals. The dividers prevent the domino effect where one item falls and takes everything else with it. They also create visual boundaries that make finding items faster. You can make simple dividers from cardboard or purchase adjustable ones that slide onto shelves. Stackable crates. Wooden crates and later plastic crates are perfect for creating stacked tiers in your pantry. They're especially useful for bulky items like potatoes, onions, or large bags of produce. In the old days, wooden apple crates and milk crates were repurposed for pantry storage. They're sturdy enough to stack several high and open enough to see contents easily. This creates a tiered system that maximizes vertical space while keeping heavy items accessible. Many people still swear by this method for root vegetables that need air circulation. Repurposed shoe organizers. Here's a trick that became popular in the 80s and still works wonderfully today. A hanging shoe organizer, the kind with clear pockets, can double as a storage solution for pantry items. Hang it on the inside of your pantry door and fill the pockets with canned goods, snacks, spice packets, or even cleaning supplies. Each pocket holds items upright and visible. A single shoe organizer can hold dozens of items that would otherwise clutter your shelves. It's an unexpected solution that makes perfect sense once you try it. Go vertical with tiers. Utilizing tiered shelving for better visibility of smaller items is an old trick that never goes out of style. Tiered shelves, sometimes called stair-step organizers, allow you to see what's in the back without digging. Each level sits slightly higher than the one in front, creating a stadium seating effect for your pantry items. This was especially popular for spices and canned goods. You can purchase tiered organizers or create your own using small boxes or boards. The key is eliminating those hidden back corners where items go to be forgotten. Store bulk items in bins. If you buy in bulk, and many families did back when warehouse stores first became popular, storing large quantities in clear, stackable bins is essential. You can easily access what you need without taking up extra space with oversized original packaging. Transfer bulk rice, flour, oats, or snacks into uniform bins that stack neatly. Label each bin clearly. This system keeps bulk buying economical by preventing waste and keeping your pantry organized rather than chaotic. Share your favorite pantry organization memory in the comments. Magazine holders for baking sheets. This clever repurposing trick uses magazine holders or file holders to store baking sheets and cutting boards upright. Instead of stacking these flat items horizontally where they take up entire shelves and are difficult to extract, stand them vertically in holders. You can grab exactly the sheet or board you need without disturbing the others. This simple change can free up an entire shelf in your pantry. The trick works equally well for muffin tins, cooling racks, and serving trays. Repurpose. Empty wine boxes. Those divided cardboard boxes that wine bottles come in are perfect for organizing pantry staples. The built-in dividers separate cans or jars beautifully. Each compartment holds items upright and prevents them from rolling around. Wine boxes are sturdy, free, and can be cut down to fit your shelf height. This was a popular trick among frugal homemakers who never threw away anything useful. Stack several wine boxes and you have an instant organization system that costs nothing. Use a step stool. This isn't exactly a storage trick, but it's essential for maximizing pantry space. Keep the top shelves of your pantry for infrequently used items like holiday baking supplies, special occasion dishes, or bulk backup items. A step stool makes it easy to grab things you don't need daily. Too many people leave top shelves empty because they're inconvenient to reach. That's wasted space. With a lightweight step stool stored nearby, every inch of your pantry becomes usable. Store pots and pans in the pantry. If your kitchen cabinets are full, consider using the pantry to store pots, pans, or other kitchen tools you don't use every day. That large roasting pan that comes out twice a year doesn't need prime cabinet space. The fondue pot from 1972 can live on a high pantry shelf. This frees up kitchen cabinet space for everyday items while keeping occasional use items accessible. Many older homes had butler's pantries specifically designed for this purpose. Opt for overhead shelves. Adding shelves above the pantry door or in unused spaces near the ceiling creates storage for less frequently used items. That space between the top of your pantry door frame and the ceiling is often completely wasted. A simple shelf there can hold items you only need occasionally. The same goes for any awkward spaces or corners. In older homes, every possible inch was utilized. We've gotten lazy about finding these hidden storage opportunities. Hang wire racks for cans. Using wire racks on the inside of pantry doors or mounted on walls to hang cans and bottles provides easy access and saves shelf space. These racks, popular since the 50s, hold cans at a slight angle so you can read labels easily. Some designs allow cans to roll forward as you remove one, automatically rotating your stock. This keeps canned goods organized, visible, and accessible without taking up precious shelf real estate. Paper towel holders for rolls. Here's a simple trick that solves a common problem. Hang a paper towel holder inside the pantry and use it to store rolls of aluminum foil, plastic wrap, or parchment paper. These awkward boxes are difficult to store flat and tend to fall over or get crushed. Mounted on a holder, they stay neat, accessible, and out of the way. Some people install multiple holders for different types of wrap. It's a small change that makes a noticeable difference. Store like items together. This final trick is perhaps the most fundamental principle of pantry organization. Grouping similar items together like grains, canned goods, snacks, and condiments prevents clutter and makes everything easier to find. This seems obvious, but most disorganized pantries suffer from random placement. When you establish zones for different categories and maintain them, your pantry practically organizes itself. You'll always know where to look for what you need, and you'll immediately notice when supplies run low. This simple system, practiced by organized homemakers for generations, is the foundation of an efficient pantry. Thanks for joining us on this trip down memory lane. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe